Hello friends, welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and if this is the first video of mine that you're catching, welcome. My name is Rachel and I'm a reseller on sites like eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. I primarily purchase my inventory online through mystery boxes. There's a couple different companies I like to order my inventory from, and every time I order a new box, I come on this channel, I unbox it live, I show you what comes inside, and then I come back a few months later and I will give you my actual results and my recommendation if I would order another one of these based on how it did for me. Hopefully that helps you make some sourcing decisions for your own reseller business. So today I'm doing an update on a Boutique by the Box Activewear and Athleisure box. So if you want to see how this one did for me, definitely stick around. So this one promised brands like Nike, Puma, things like that. And, you know, I was ready to give it a try. Activewear and Athleisure tends to be a pretty good seller for me, and the cost per piece seemed right, or at least worth the chance. So I'll link the original video down below if you want to see the unboxing video. This was a 40-piece box. So what I'll do is I will show you what sold, how much it sold for, and like what platform it sold on, how long it took to sell, and then at the end I'll go over what I have left. At the very end, I will re-rate the box based on my actual numbers and my profit and give you my recommendation based on my results. If you like content like this, certainly consider subscribing to the channel. Like I said, anytime I do an unboxing video, I come back a few months later and I give you an update. Hit that like button if you could. That helps out the channel so much. And let me know if you ordered this. I feel like a lot of people ordered this, especially once I did my original unboxing, then people were like, oh yeah, that looks good. And they got some too. So if that was you, let me know how yours did. I know that I actually ordered a second one of these after I saw my results too. Spoiler alert. So I'm definitely interested to know how you did if you got one too. Okay, so this box was 40 pieces. I paid $210. That is with my affiliate code of 10% off, which they let me use my own affiliate code, which I think is awesome. You can use it too. If you're shopping on the Boutique by the Box website, just type code oh yeah, you'll get 10% off. It doesn't work on everything, but it does work on most boxes as long as they're not already on sale. So anyway, $210. I was able to list 39 of the 40 pieces, and that put my cost per item at $5.25. So for something that's new with tag, new without tag, and brands like Puma, Nike, Travis Mathew, Greg Norman, I thought that was a fair gamble, honestly. So the first, it's actually the same item. I had two of the same exact t-shirt from the brand Travis Mathew. Both were new without tag. They were totally just a plain crew neck t-shirt, size 2X. The first one sold on eBay for $10, and this one took about 3 weeks. The second one sold on Poshmark for $10, and this one took about 8 weeks. So it was, so Travis Mathew is a good brand. I would say out of this box, Travis Mathew is the most sought after, most expensive, I guess. But these were just plain t-shirts. There was nothing special about them. So I am glad that they both sold. Then I had this solid ventilated squirt in pink by the brand Ben Hogan. There was a lot of this Ben Hogan brand. I think there was actually more of it in the second box that I ordered, but it's not anything I've ever heard of. But apparently it is a sort of lower tier golf brand. This one sold on Mercari, and this one took about 4.5 months. I sold it for $14. So the good news is squirts and golf wear, golf, tennis, pickleball, very trendy right now. The athletic squirts that go with, like, functionally that are for those sports are also very trendy to wear in summer. So I'm not surprised that a lot of these squirts and stuff sold regardless of the brand. Then there was the Finest Bottle Never Drinking Again shirt. So this one was kind of humorous. This was Travis Mathew as well. This one sold for $15 on Poshmark by offer. When I say by offer, I have my Posher VA set to send a 10% off offer with discounted shipping 5 minutes after someone likes the item. So that's what happened here. The $15 offer with discounted shipping was sent out and accepted. This one was listed a little under 3 months. So again, this is a t-shirt, so wasn't necessarily expecting more than that. I had this Freedom Micro Pick Polo in navy. This was Greg Norman. Again, another like kind of lower tier golf brand. I think I've seen this sold at Costco, so not expecting miracles with this. This one was sold on Poshmark for $15 by offer. This one took about 6 weeks. There was the Andrea Skort in light blue. This was the brand Fringe, which I'd never heard of. Size extra large. This one sold for $17 on Poshmark by offer, and this one took about 2 months. There were the Victory 5-inch shorts from Nike. These sold within 3 weeks on eBay for $17. Based on the MSRP, that was totally fair and a quick enough sale, so that was fine. There were these 4-way stretch khaki pants in a 30 by 32. These were men's, definitely golf or like outdoor activewear type pants. These took about 5 months to sell, so these were a little bit of a slower sale, but hey, they're still sold. They sold for $18 on Poshmark. There was the Trumbull V-neck heather shirt in red by Travis Matthew. So I think this just was another plain t-shirt. This one was new with tag though. This one sold in April on eBay, so about 2.5 months for $19. There were, here's another pair of shorts, the 7-inch short navy blue size 10 from Adidas. These were sold on eBay for $20. These took about 2 months. There was the Power Shape Capri in navy blue. I have no luck selling capri pants. I was not really having any high hopes for anything that was capri. And these were the brand Puma, and I know that Puma really cracks down on eBay, so I knew that I had to be really careful with how I presented this item for sale. And I haven't had any, knock on wood, there was lots of Puma in this box and the other one, and I haven't had any problems, so that's good. But this one took about 2.5 months to sell, and it sold for $20 on Poshmark. So I'll totally take a $20 sale on a pair of capris. They were new with tag though. Then there was the black flounce golf skirt from the brand Tail. So I think Tail is more of like a tennis brand. I don't play any of these sports, so I don't know. And this one was new without tags, so I had no real identifiers. But it did sell on eBay in 2.5 months for $20. So a lot of this stuff sat just because I'm kind of like 2.5 months. I listed this stuff at the end of February, beginning of March, and it really started to sell like end of April, beginning of May. Right as we were starting to get into warmer weather or like tennis, golf season where it's like warm enough outside to play in this kind of clothing. So that totally lines up with expectations. I feel like I keep saying it took 2.5 months. But this stuff was a lot of seasonally dependent items, and so I'm not necessarily surprised by any of that. Then I had the Iron Caviar Heather jacket. Okay, so this was actually a men's jacket, and it was the brand Ben Hogan though, which was doesn't retail for very high to begin with. This one sold for $20 on eBay. This one only took about 5 weeks though. This one sold in April, so that makes sense. There was the Red Alert Activewear Skort. This thing was obnoxious, but it did eventually sell on Poshmark for $22 by offer. This one sold in May. There was the Power Shape Capris in black. So same as the other Puma Capris, these sold on eBay actually pretty quickly within 3 weeks. They sold for $25.28, meaning I probably sent out an offer to watchers. So that was actually one of the first things in the box to sell. Go figure. I feel like I'm not going to sell the capris at all ever, and it's one of the first things to sell. Here's another pair of Victory 5-inch shorts from Nike. These sold in exactly 2 months on Poshmark for $26. There was the Club Print skirt from Nike. This was a Mercari sale, $28.90. So that was a great sale. I love a Mercari sale. They take the least amount of fees, I guess, besides Depop. But none of this stuff sold on Depop. I just recently started within the last like 2 months selling on Depop again, and I've listed what I have left, but nothing has sold on there yet. And Depop truly has the lowest fees, but Mercari runs a close second. There were the Majestic X Players pants from Travis Matthew. I had several pair of these pants. These actually sold in a bundle on Poshmark. They did take 3 months almost exactly, but there were, I think, a couple pair of these same pants. The rest of them were in the other box. So this was the only one from this box. I had the Ace pleated golf dress in white from Nike. This one sold in 5 weeks on eBay. This one took me a little longer to list. I don't know why, but yeah, they were listed March 12th. I had a baby. That's why. I had a baby in March, and so some of this stuff that was left undone because I went into labor earlier than I was expecting to. So some of this stuff did not get listed at the same time as the other stuff. That makes sense. But this was an eBay sale, $30. So that was a great sale. We've got 4 left that have sold. I've got the recycled polyester polo from Adidas. This was a size small. This one sold in 5 days on Poshmark for $30, which I'm pretty sure was my full asking price. That's amazing. Then I've got the 101 Fit tapered leg pants from Puma. Again, another Puma item. One of the highest sellers in the whole box. These were a 38 by 32. And these sold on eBay in less than a month for $33. And then last 2 top sales. I had the Go-To pants in black. So these were a fall and winter weight golf pant. Go figure. This one sold in July. These were a 34 by 32 and they sold for $35 on Poshmark. And the highest selling item in the box were actually another pair of the 5-inch solid shorts in white from Adidas. So all of the top like athletic brands were the ones that sold the highest. Nike, Adidas, Puma, TravisMathew. The lower tier golf stuff, sold, some of it sold, but it wasn't the higher selling stuff. These shorts, sorry, on a tangent, these shorts sold in 5 weeks on eBay for $36. So that's everything that has sold. Let's talk about what I have left. I've got 2 of these geo-printed skirts from Ben Hogan. One's a small, one's an extra small. This is a weird pattern. I haven't really had a ton of interest on this. I've got another pair of trifecta pants in a 32 by 32 from TravisMathew. Majority of these that I got have sold already. Not sure what's up with this one particular pair, but I'm sure they'll sell eventually. I've got the Volition Independence quarter zip from Puma. Great sweatshirt. This one, it's a sweatshirt, so I'm hoping to do better with this as fall rolls around. There's a polo. This one is pink. It's a pink polo. It's a size small from Puma. That's still here. I've got this printed pixel floral dress. I have a few of these. I don't know if there was more in the other one or what. I think I had 3 of them total. I haven't sold a single one. Then there was the third person t-shirt in Heather Gray, TravisMathew. I expected to sell more of the TravisMathew than I did. Maybe I just have it priced too high, which is possible. But that is still here. I've got the Summer Leaves Novella sleeveless golf top from the brand Tail. That's still here. The Jones short from the brand Sunnis. You know I'm the queen of mispronouncing brands. I don't know how to say this. This one seemed to have a really high MSRP, so I thought actually that this would be one of the best performing pieces in the box, but I have not sold it. I have the crossover flounce skirt in Merlot, one of the only skirts I have left. This was Greg Norman. And this is a medium. Fairly surprised that this is still here. Here's another skirt from the brand FootJoy. Now, FootJoy is definitely a golf brand. I am surprised that this is still here. I know that FootJoy is a pretty sought-after golf brand. Maybe it's just for the shoes. Again, I don't know much about golf. But I did expect to sell this pretty quickly, and I didn't. Generally, in this box, there's a lot of stuff that I thought I was going to sell that didn't, and stuff I didn't think I was going to sell that did. So a little bit of a surprise for me there too. I had this pleated black skirt in navy. This is a size extra large, Greg Norman. There was the perfect interlock skirt in white. Well, I guess I do have a lot of skirts left now that I'm reading this. Oh, this one is also FootJoy. Very interesting. So I haven't sold either of the FootJoy pieces. Here's another pair of trifecta pants in Castle Rock from TravisMathew. These are a 32 by 32. Again, price might be some of the issue with this. There's the sun sleeve top in black from the brand Sparms. I got some Sparms in this box. I got some Sparms in the other box. None of it has sold. It's weird. It's in a bag. I think it's like like a UV protection sleeve or like a shirt that you would put on to keep yourself from getting sunburn. I think it's an Australian brand, but I haven't had any interest on it. So I don't know. It's weird. And then here's another pair of Majestic X Players pants in, this is called Blue Nights. It's a size 32. More Travis Matthews still here. So that's everything that has not sold. Let's do a rundown of the box in general. So I initially rated the box based on the ease of listing, quality of items, and overall profitability, anywhere from a highest of the high, holy grail. Then there's, oh yeah, oh okay, oh no, and then the lowest of the low, dumpster fire. There's no way I'm making money on this box. As far as ease of listing, I mean, it was okay. I'll give it an oh okay. All the stuff, majority of the stuff was new with tag. There were a few new without tag stragglers that I didn't get style information, but generally speaking, it was pretty easy to find out what this stuff was, how much it retailed for, what it's selling for online right now, get a good feel for comps. So ease of listing, I'm going to give an oh yeah. I think ease of listing, this one was pretty good. Quality of items, also giving it an oh yeah. Like I said, majority was new with tag. And there was only one thing that I was not able to list. I think it had a flaw. Everything else, though, was fine in very reseller ready order, if you would say. And then overall profitability. So let's recap. I paid $210 for this box with free shipping. Boutique by the Box always ships for free. And as of right now, I've made $402.31. So if you subtract my initial investment, I've just about doubled my money. When I say double, that means I want to make back what I spent, plus I want to make that over again in profits. So I made around $200 in profit on this box, which is typically exactly what I want. My cost of goods was lower here than some of the stuff I buy, I guess I would say. So would I have liked to maybe made a little bit more? Yeah, I mean, there are some really good things, though, that are left. And hopefully if I adjust the price a little bit, I can start to move this stuff hopefully before summer is over. But I will say overall, I could definitely triple my money if I can just make a few more sales. So that being said, I am going to give this box overall an oh yeah. I was very, very happy with this box. I'm happy with the results. And I will say too, the second one that I ordered, which I ordered shortly after I ordered this one, because I opened this, saw what was inside and said, you know what, I need to have another one of those because this one's going to be good. And the other one actually did slightly better than this one. So I would definitely like to know your results. If you ordered this, drop a comment down below. Let me know if you had the same sort of assortment. This one appeared to be either shelf pulls or customer returns, so there wasn't a lot of duplicates. I have a feeling this is one of those situations where not all of us got the same stuff, but I'd love to know how you did. Make sure you subscribe if you like videos like this. Anytime I get a new box, I unbox it live and I come back in a few months and give you my results. If you want to shop Boutique by the Box, I do have that link down below too. The code OEA will get you 10% off most boxes. Give it a try. Drop it in the discount box if you're checking out. You'll get 10% off of your order if it's eligible. Hit that like button on the way out. And that is it for today, friends. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you in the next video.